nature. Jesus stretched out his forgiveness to all of us. But not all to whom he offered forgiveness accepted it. Many did and many didn't. This play is about the various reactions to his forgiveness.
Your sins are forgiven.
While Pilate was sitting in the judgment hall, his wife said,
Have nothing to do with that innocent man, because in a dream last night I suffered much on account of him.
Through her, God gave Pilate a chance to do the right thing. But Pilate gave sentence that it should be done as the people required. And he released unto them Barabbas, whom they had desired. But he delivered Jesus to the people's will.
To the Roman soldiers he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
They divided his garments into 4 parts, one for each soldier, with the tunic remaining. It was seamless, woven in one piece from the top to bottom. So they said to one another,
Let's not tear it, but instead let us cast lots to see who will get it.
They rejected his forgiveness.
Adultery, he offered,
Your sins are forgiven. Let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone.
Then he stooped down again and wrote in the dust. When the accusers heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until only Jesus was left in the middle of the crowd with the woman. Then Jesus stood up again and said to the woman,
Where are the accusers? Didn't even one of them condemn you?
No, Lord,
she said. And Jesus said,
Neither do I. Go and sin no more.
And she accepted his forgiveness.
To the scribes he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
When Jesus, before healing, forgives a paralyzed man, the scribes and Pharisees began to consider this and ask,
Who is this man who speaks blasphemy? Who can forgive sins but God alone?
And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him. They denied his forgiveness.
To Peter he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
Then Peter came to Jesus and asked,
Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?
Jesus answered,
I tell you, not 7 times, but 70 times 7.
Later, when Jesus was arrested, Peter denied Jesus. Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken.
Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times.
And he went outside and wept bitterly. He cried for forgiveness, and he received it.
To Judas he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
While he was still speaking, a crowd came up, and the man who was called Judas, one of the 12, was leading them. He approached Jesus to kiss him, but Jesus asked him,
Judas, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss?
Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and cast down the pieces of silver in the temple, and departed, and went and hanged himself.
to the soldier who pierced him he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came out blood and water. He accepted or rejected, we do not know.
to many he offered forgiveness. Many received, but many didn't. To Barabbas he offered,
Your sins are forgiven.
to you and to me he offers.
Your sins are forgiven.
Are we still praying the prayer of the Pharisee? God, I thank you that I'm not like the others, robbers, evildoers, adulterers. I fast twice a week and I give 10th of all I get. And how long before we embrace the prayer of the tax collector? God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Jesus is willing to forgive, but are you ready to receive?